One of the main reasons, one of the biggest reasons why a lot of websites fail, they just don't work or they don't really live up to the expectations that business owners have, is because there was no real business plan in place to begin with. So I'm going to talk about business planning and how that relates to website planning and success. Hi, I'm Mari Pfeiffer, writer and website designer, and I create beautiful and very effective websites for coaches and consultants and other professional services providers that help them attract the people they most want to do business with, connect with them, and convert even casual visitors into loyal clients. So if this is your first time here, welcome. And if you're a regular viewer or subscriber, welcome back. Nice to see you again. So, business planning, and how does it relate to website design and development? Well, I think it's pretty logical because you want your website to do some important work for you. Explain what you do, relate to people, get the attention of the people that you most want to work with, and people you most want to become your clients, right? And you also want to set goals for it, such as get a lot of conversions or get more people on your email marketing list and so on. But if you don't really have a solid business plan in place, then I think the planning for your website becomes a little bit more challenging. So for the past, I think 8 or 9 years or something, I've been creating a business plan in a very creative, kind of non-traditional way, but it has worked. It has helped me grow my business by as much as 30% year on year. Not every year, but in quite a few years. And I did it with the help of this wonderful book by Jennifer Lee called The Right Brain Business Plan, A Creative Visual Map for Success. And I first heard about this. I'm trying to give credit where credit is due. I first heard about this through my friend Alaia Williams, who is a professional organizer among other things, but she was on Twitter one day and she mentioned that the home study version of this book was about to go live, and I thought, what the heck is that? And I knew that I needed a business plan. I really did. I was starting out. I didn't really know what I was supposed to do, how much money I needed to make and all that kind of stuff. And I signed up and just loved it. So I've created a business plan according to this Jennifer's approach for, like I said, I think 8 or 9 years now. And I've done various iterations of it, but it has really helped me, and it's helped me get direction and a really good perspective and vision for my business. It's helped me keep the numbers in check. And I've learned that there's really no perfect way of doing this. So if business planning, the creation of a business plan kind of wigs you out, don't. There's so many different ways of doing it, and there's so many helpful books. This is the one that has helped me the most. So I'm going to show you my business plan for 2022, and it is a group of envelopes that have been glued together in like an accordion, and each envelope represents a section of my plan that is actually normally in a traditional business plan. So I start out with my business vision or my company overview, and then I move on to what's next. The business landscape, and that would be, the equivalent of a business, a competitive analysis in a traditional plan. I move on to my ideal customers. And by the way, this is all beautiful origami paper that my lovely friend Karen gave to me after she went to Japan a few years ago. Then there's getting the word out. That's marketing and publicity, of course. And then we go on to managing the moolah. Those are the numbers. So the amount of money that I'm spending, the amount of money that I need to make, as well as money that I need for emergency funds and taxes, that's all in there. Creative cohorts. This is, hope you can see that. That's a very important section of the plan as well. It could be partners that I work with, coders or other designers or developers or specialists in things like e-commerce. They would go in there, as well as people that I rely on, good friends, peers, for feedback and opinions and support. That's very important for me to note in there. And then the last two sections are action planning and final thoughts. So my action plan is basically putting everything that came up to that point together and creating a plan on how to use social media to get the word out, using email and direct phone calls to talk to existing and past clients for referrals, things like that. And then the final thoughts are, what's going to be different about this year, or what do I need to think about this year going into the year and finishing it off. And I think these two sections, action planning and final thoughts, for me, often change just about every quarter, because as an independent contractor, sometimes I hit my goals, I hit my marks, or I don't. I might exceed them, I might come below them, and that requires some adjustment, some rethinking of what's working and what's not. Now, once I know all of this information, right? Once you know all of this information, like who your ideal clients are and how much you need to make, then you can start to put that knowledge toward the development and the planning and the strategy of your website. And these days, when I speak to prospects, I always ask them, do you have a business plan? Can you share that with me? Or can you at least tell me what your goals are? Because once I know that, then it becomes, I wouldn't say easy, but it becomes easier for me to figure out a plan for making the entire website work. And when the website works, I mean, it helps raise brand awareness, raise awareness of who you are and what you do. It also helps you get more leads, get more conversions, get more clients. And that all should be in line with your values, your overview, the money that you need to make, the kind of clients you want to attract. And so when you have a business plan in place, it makes a huge difference for your entire website. Okay, so this might seem a little bit unconventional, and oh, that's right, each envelope, of course, in the back has a little area where I put notes in. You can take that out. So this is only for my eyes, obviously, right? It's on scrap paper. I stick it in there. I write my notes in there. Okay, so if this approach by Jennifer Lee does not work for you, and it may not, okay, but it's worked for me, and as I said, some years I've had some phenomenal results, and I still use it, rely on it. I still love this. It's been a huge help. So Jennifer, if you ever watch this video, trust me, I love you, girl. I love your book. I love everything that this has done for me, and I still rely on it. But like I said, if this doesn't really quite work for you, doesn't cut it for you, or if it's just a little too kind of out there for you, don't worry. There are a lot of books out there that take slightly different approaches from the traditional business planning approach. The point is that when you have a business plan, it really helps you see your business for what it is, for you, what you want it to be. I think it helps you achieve a lot of goals in your dreams. And isn't that why you went into business for yourself? So that you could do this on your own. It's not always easy. It's not always simple. But when you have a plan in place, I think everything just goes better. All right. So I hope that this has been helpful to you. I hope it has enlightened you to business planning, that perhaps it now doesn't seem as intimidating as it did before. And again, like I said, if you have a really good plan in place, it doesn't have to be perfect, and you're going to make changes to it as you go along. But once you have a good plan in place, it makes the website creation, development, and planning that much easier and that much more fun and I think fulfilling. All right, well, I hope that this has been helpful to you. Thank you, as always, for being here. I truly appreciate it. And I will talk to you soon again in my next video.